Good afternoon, citizens of Los Santos. My name is Marshall Holliday. I'm here to formally introduce myself as your new chief of police. I will be taking any questions that the concerned citizens may have. I just wanted to let you guys know I will continue to work day and night with this department, as well as my team will continue to work day and night to make changes and to continue to build a relationship with the citizens of this fine city. So I'll be taking any questions from anyone.
All right, this is Mort Spandex. I'll start. So, do you? What are your qualifications? We understand you just started as the chief, Chief Holiday today. So, what qualifications do you have coming into the office?
Of course. I started my police career in the Vice City. I worked there for a couple of months before I transferred out here to this department, as well as I've worked here for many years now. I rose to the rank of captain, where I continued to gain certifications and training through my predecessor, Chief Brian Smith, who resigned last night. So I believe my certifications are what makes me qualified for this job.
Thank you.
Yeah, Duke Dabin, the world's best guy in the whole city.
Hey, Mr. Davin, what kind of question do you have for me?
I was just wondering what you're going to do about that certain corrupt officers you may or may not have on the force. You going to be cracking down on them or continue to let them crack us?
Of course, we are going to work tirelessly, doing investigations when, accusations are such made. It will be handled in a timely and formally manner, not through our department. We will be forwarding it to other departments for investigation.
Well, I know that I've had a case laying on your desk for quite some time now, and I still haven't heard any answers. And I think there's a lot of people around this city are having problems with the same officer that I've made complaints about.
Sir, I appreciate your concerns, and if you wish to speak to me in private about said issue, I will be more than happy to sit and listen to you once this is over with.
I respect that answer.
All right. Anyone else?
My name's Cyrus Northwood, sir. Honored to meet you. I got a couple questions.
Okay.
One question I do have, sir, is do you guys have any plans for reforming your tactics when it comes to protecting the citizens and also ensuring that your officers act accordingly when it comes to ensuring that hostages, citizens, and all criminals are treated fairly underneath the same penal code?
Of course, I believe that all human lives should be valued equally. So I will be working with my department to go over proper things. I do believe in professionalism, in regards. So I will be going over things with my department, getting them, addressed when it comes to proper procedures and so forth. So if that answers your question, we'll be making some changes.
I do appreciate that, sir. I just want to point out that the reason I asked is for actions like this officer over here, for as inconspicuous as it may seem that he's holding shotgun. I understand the terrorist story. It seems that a lot of officers are ruled by force as opposed to using logic, and I just want to point that out. That's a frequent sighting around the city. Is officers readily with their weapons up. So just pointing that out, sir.
Well, sir, if I may address you to the crowd, I'm not sure if you're aware, but there's been some very strange events going on with, certain entities now roaming around the city. So we can never be too sure when it comes to protecting the citizens. So where you see is we may be ruling by force, we are simply idly standing by, making sure that nothing is going to happen to you guys, from bad people. So I can see your concern in that regard.
I do appreciate that, sir. It's just, more of an image standpoint. I just want you to take into consideration. I appreciate that answer, though.
Of course. And I appreciate, that concern, and we'll work on that as well. Does anyone else have any questions?
Hello, Mort Spandex again with Weazel News.
Okay.
So, do you have any comments on the officers' current pay? Is there anything, we're trying to do, keep the pay the same, increase it, reduce it, anything like that?
I will be getting with the governor's office and the city office pretty soon, and I will be discussing things in regard to that when it comes to pay and disciplinary and pretty much all that. We're going to just be completely going over all that. I'm completely new to this job. This is my first chief position, so everybody can just kind of understand. I'm trying my best to figure out everything at this moment, but I want everybody to bear with me. I'm very confident in myself that I could do this job, just so as my officers are confident in me. And I want the citizens to be confident in me that they have a chief that knows that he will serve this city and protect it well.
Thank you.
For those that have interacted with me out on the street, you guys know what kind of man that I am, and you guys know that I will always treat you guys fair and honest. So I just want everybody to keep that in mind.
Do you have any intent to address the prison reform system?
The prison reform system is something that I'm not familiar with, but Mr. Davin, I will be looking into it with the State Department, because it's our inmates that we take into custody here that go up there. So we will be in communications with them.
I have
And
one
now,
more. Go ahead.
do you think for the public safety that maybe some of these officers' vehicles, we might be able to slow them down a bit?
You know,
They are traveling at a very high rate of speed.
Well, we have to be faster than our opposition, sir, when it comes to vehicles. Now, granted, if we're responding to a call such as, 1080, which that would be a chase for us, we want to have the fastest vehicles possible out there because it keeps us in the fight, so to speak. So, when it comes to that, we will see what we could do for moderation, but I'm not too sure what we could do in that regard.
All right, go ahead.
Question here. James True, sir. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you, sir?
Pretty good. I just want to see, quick question, if any words of inspirations you can give the community here to look forward to.
The words of inspiration that I could possibly give to the community is to stay strong and stay patient. And we will continue to work with you guys just as well as you continue to work with us. And let's all get through these things together.
Beautiful.
Hi, Merrick Dawn, humble preacher. I would just like to tail end off the end of Mr. Spandex's thought on the potential pay rise for cops. Would it not be in the best interest to fully resolve the corrupt officer issue before doing that, so as not to appear to be rewarding the type of behaviour that should be being condemned in this community?
Well, touching back on that, we will be working to resolve the corrupt officer issue tirelessly through our channels, and we will see how that goes. Like I said, there's meetings that have to be set up in place before we can consider raising pay, but I believe that issue will be addressed formally, and it will be addressed in a timely manner.
Okay, thank
Will
you.
you be leading with an open door policy? And if so, where is that door?
Of course, I have an open door policy here for my officers as well as the citizens of San Andreas. The open door policy is anytime you see me out on the street, you could call me down here to MRPD and meet with you guys. I'm an open book and I'm open to suggestions. I'll sit down and I'll listen to anyone, and hopefully I can be of some help. So if any citizens have a question pertaining anything to do with, officers or something, that they want to know about the law, by all means, get with me or one of my officers and we'll be able to assist you.
James Truce again here with another question. What is your potential new tactics or, say, techniques for to coverage officer safety?
That will be discussed in a private meeting with the department at a disclosed time that we have set on our bulletin board.
Thank you.
Does anyone else have any other questions? All right, I would like to thank you guys for coming down here and taking the time to meet with me. Like I said, open door policy. If you guys have any questions, you're more than welcome to ask me, off camera, out there. And thank you guys for coming.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, Chief.
Good job, Chief. Good job.
Thank you guys.